Have you ever wondered what really happens when we die? It's not just curiosity that pulls us in, but also that primal fear of the unknown. What if death isn't just a simple switch off? What if, in those final seconds, your brain fights desperately to survive, creating a distorted and terrifying reality? In this video, we'll explore what science has uncovered about the dying experience, revealing secrets that might completely change your view of the end of life. Exploration of death. In the final moments of life, the brain becomes a stage for mysterious and fascinating events. As the line between life and death grows thin, a series of chemical and neurological processes come into play, creating sensations that challenge understanding. Science, though advanced, is just beginning to scratch the surface of this abyss, leaving room for fear and curiosity about what truly happens when the heart stops beating. As science tries to demystify what happens during the final transition, the details remain shrouded in a veil of scientific terror. The brain, struggling against the inevitable, experiences a dance of electrical impulses, like a chaotic storm in its last moments of activity. This relentless search for understanding makes it clear that, while we know much, what truly happens still escapes our control and comprehension. What does it feel like to die? The answer to this question lies in an area where science and the unknown intersect, creating a blend of fascination and fear. The sensation is both intriguing and terrifying, like an enigma that remains unsolved. What awaits us on the other side? This mystery continues to fuel our curiosity and terror as we await answers that may never come. Scientific studies. Scientists, intrigued by the mystery of death, delved into intense studies to uncover what really happens in the brain during the final moments of life. Research such as that conducted by Charité University and the University of Cincinnati revealed that when blood flow to the brain ceases, a phenomenon known as the brain tsunami. This wave of energy is a manifestation of the brain's last attempt to remain alive. The brain tsunami is more than just a physical event. It is a reflection of the dread the body feels as it nears the end. This phenomenon, while frightening, offers a glimpse into the scientific terror that accompanies death. By studying these reactions, science begins to reveal the brain's deepest secrets, but at the same time, exposes the limits of our understanding of what truly happens in those final moments. These discoveries, while fascinating, leave more questions than answers. The cerebral activity that occurs at death is not just a horror show, but also a reminder of how much we still don't know. This unknown terror continues to spark curiosity as science slowly advances, trying to capture what lies in the darkness of our last seconds of life. Near-death experience. Near-death experiences have intrigued scientists and curious minds for decades, with reports ranging from seeing life flash before one's eyes to sensations of inexplicable peace. However, studies such as those conducted by the Hadassah University suggest that these experiences are deeply rooted in intense emotions and significant moments. The brain, in its final moments of consciousness, may distort the perception of time, making these events seem to last an eternity. These experiences are not just fascinating, they represent a chilling glimpse into what might happen in life's final moments. While some interpret these visions as proof of an afterlife, science suggests that these sensations could be the result of a brain in distress, trying to make sense of the chaos. This duality between hope and fear makes near-death experiences a fertile ground for scientific terror. The distorted perception of time and the intensity of emotions during these final moments raise disturbing questions. Are what people experience glimpses of another reality, or merely a cruel trick of the brain? The curiosity surrounding these experiences, combined with the fear of the unknown, continues to fuel debates and research, keeping the mystery of what truly happens as we approach the end alive. Phenomena and perceptions. The famous light at the end of the tunnel is one of the most commonly reported perceptions by those who have been near death. But what is really happening at that moment? Science suggests that as blood flow diminishes, the brain begins to function erratically, creating these intense and unsettling visions. This phenomenon, though often interpreted as supernatural, might be a natural reaction of the brain to the extreme stress of imminent death. These perceptions, often including encounters with loved ones or the sensation of floating, are no less terrifying when explained by science. On the contrary, understanding that these experiences are products of a failing brain only intensifies the scientific terror surrounding the dying experience. This explanation, while logical, does not alleviate the instinctive fear that these experiences provoke. Even with scientific explanations, the question remains, what if these perceptions are not just brain reaction? Something more. The doubt, mixed with curiosity and fear of the unknown, continues to haunt those seeking definitive answers about what awaits us in our final moments. The mystery of these perceptions remains, leaving the door open for more questions and few answers. Real cases and reflection. Cases of people who were clinically declared dead and then revived offer a chilling view of the threshold between life and death. Fabrice Mwamba, for example, experienced a period of clinical death and returned to life with reports of unusual experiences that defy understanding. These real-life cases make us question what really happens when the body stops, but consciousness somehow seems to persist. These survivor stories are not just tales of miracles, but of scientific terror, where the line between life and death is more tenuous than we imagine. What did these people experience during their clinical death? Are their experiences glimpses of another reality, or merely the result of a brain fighting to survive? These questions expand the mystery surrounding death, creating a constant tension between what we know and what we can only speculate. Reflecting on these cases leads to an unsettling conclusion. Death, despite being an inevitable fate, remains one of humanity's greatest mysteries. Until we experience it ourselves, what it really feels like to die will remain shrouded in mystery, curiosity, and fear, leaving us with more questions than answers. The quest to understand death is an endless journey that challenges our comprehension and feeds the terror of the unknown. So, what would you do with all this knowledge about death? Do these scientific discoveries change the way you view the end of life? Maybe it's time to reflect on how we live, knowing what awaits us in those final moments. What do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below and join the conversation. And if you want to continue exploring the most profound and disturbing mysteries of existence, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. There's so much more to uncover, and you won't want to miss it. Don't forget to click on the next video on the screen to keep this fascinating journey going.